We've arrived at Disc 16, Volume 2, released in June 1998 alongside issue 33 of the official UK PlayStation magazine. This disc has 7 playable demos, 1 net Yaroze game, 1 video preview and 1 extra video. There's lots to talk about in this disc, so let's get into it.
Begin!
Cardinal Syn, yet another one-on-one fighting game for the PlayStation. The theme for this one seems to be dark fantasy. The big gimmick for this game is you can move around the arena and collect power-ups from chests. Plot is kind of interesting, involving clans fighting each other for control of a book that is supposed to bring peace, ironically, but reviews at release didn't really care for this game. The demo gives you 2 characters to play as for a couple of rounds. Running around in shiny environments while being lanced by robot lasers is everyone's idea of fun, and that's exactly what's happening in Forsaken. In this game, you're a scavenger, raiding a devastated future Earth and relieving it of any goodies that just happen to be lying around. Of course, you can't just waltz in, grab anything that isn't nailed down, then bugger off. You'll have to contend with all the security droids and other looters that are all just as armed as you are. This game was remastered in 2018 for the PC and Xbox One. The demo gives you the entire volcano level. Grab what you can find, then get out alive. Moving on to the demo for Kula World, or Roll Away as it's known in North America. I touched on this demo back in my Demo 1 Trilogy video, but here I'll talk more about the game. Kula World is an addictive and original puzzle game, wherein you play as a beach ball in a 3D maze, making use of keys, hourglasses that give you extra time, sunglasses that reveal secret sections of the environment, and various other quirky items, as you make your way to the exit. Sometimes you are required to roll up vertical inclines and even end up upside down, with gravity changing depending on which way you are facing. Watch you don't fall off the map. The demo gives you a selection of levels from the start of the game. Don't let them fool you, the full game gets much harder. Reviews liked the game, with the only real criticism being the lack of replayability.
Welcome.
Another genre that was pretty big around the time. Here's Pro Pinball Timeshock. Not much to say about this, it's just pinball, but it looks really good for the PlayStation. The theme is time travel. At any one time, the ball is in one of a handful of time zones, such as present day, distant future, or prehistoric. Completion of certain objectives allows the ball to travel between the time zones. This isn't the only pro pinball game for the PlayStation. We're bound to see more on later demo discs.
Quick start activated. Hurry!
On to the cover demo, which is 3 Lions. Unfortunately, I was unable to get any proper gameplay footage for this one, due to the fact that the game isn't really compatible with the PlayStation 3, which is what I use to capture HD gameplay footage. I can load it into the menus just fine, but loading into a match spits out this error screen. Really annoying. So I'll be using last disc's video for footage. Anyway, 3 Lions. This game came out during the Football World Cup of '98, which was hyped to hell and back in England around that time. I remember everyone was talking about England's chances in the World Cup. There was even a song made for it. Now, I was never into playing football, or even watching it on TV, but man, I was into the hype surrounding it. Everyone was excited about it, and there was just so much merch. If there's one thing that brings me nostalgia other than the PlayStation demo discs, it's the English World Cup from 1998. And 3 Lions is probably the epitome of that for me. I just love the design on the demo cover, and I just love the charm of the game itself. Look at the menus. Simplistic, but nostalgic. Also, 3 Lions was released under many different names in Europe alone, since each country had its own team in the World Cup. All these are the same game. As for the game itself, the graphics aren't as impressive as other football games on the PlayStation, but it's very colourful, and the controls feel different too, as 3 Lions wanted to be a football game for hardcore football pros, and thus it takes longer to get used to, but you can become very precise with your shots. The demo gives you a friendly match between England and Italy. Here's a football demo that does work on the PS3. Kickoff World. This is a football game that lets you both play and manage your team. While there were football management games for the PlayStation, this one was one of the first that would let you do both management and play the sport. So that's kinda neat, but the game itself is, average. The demo will let you play a friendly or do a bit of managing and transfer players.
Get ready.
The last demo is for Dead Ball Zone by Rage Games. Another futuristic sports game, just like Riot, which I covered on Disc 5. Dead Ball Zone seems to be a combination of basketball and football, with, of course, added violence, because it's the future or whatever. You can smack your opponent around and tackle them, and you'll need to do that if you want to keep possession of the ball. Reviews are positive, although it seems that this is another forgettable game.
Get ready. Game on. Weapon active. Weapon active. Replay.
The Yaroze game is called Rocks and Gems. A clone of the old 80s game Boulder Dash. You have to dig your way through dirt tiles to collect gems, but be careful, as the boulders are unstable and will fall if you dig under them. If a boulder falls far enough and lands on your head, you lose the level and have to start again. Your character moves very quickly, so it takes some time to get used to it. This game was created by Gerhard Rittenhofer and Manfred Tusmandel in 3 months. It's pretty solid for an indie game. Damn it, that was a pun. The video preview is for MediEvil. We'll be seeing a MediEvil demo on a future demo disc. The extra video is called Enlightenment, and while it looks like a trailer for a cool kung fu movie, it's actually just a cleverly disguised advertisement for various PlayStation peripherals. And that's everything in this jam-packed demo disc. Very football focused, this one. Here's a neat secret about this particular demo disc. There's actually a hidden second net Yaroze game on here. How do you access it? Well, I'll tell you. You load up the disc so it's on the Cardinal Syn icon, then hold L1, R1, and up, and then press X. This will load the second net Yaroze game. On the next disc, I blow up some brick walls, blow up some strange creatures, and drive down a dirt track. Until next time.